speaking of games, maybe somebody in chat should type bang giveaway. And see, we're giving away a couple copies of this DLC, The Color of Madness. Would you like to have your very own Madness? Well, stay tuned and hang out. Got 3 copies tonight. I'm going to be giving them away while we play. But without any further ado, let's get down in the dungeon and kick some butt. Thank you very much, Iskar. I appreciate it. June is giveaway month. We're doing giveaways all June long, but tonight we're doing a special giveaway in that The Color of Madness is so good, I felt inclined to give away some a little bit early. Anybody subscribed to the channel in June, of course, is eligible for our regular monthly giveaways. But tonight we're doing special viewer giveaways. All you have to do to win tonight is just be in chat when I give away a game, and I will randomly select a viewer, and you will win a copy of Darkest Dungeons, The Color of Madness DLC. Gonna have to rewrite my Pete and PJ fanfic again. Praise his name. See, PJ's fully embraced the spirit of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He's 100... People are gonna think this is a Christian stream, which is odd, because, you know, actually, Jesus is a myth. He doesn't exist. I'm sorry. Still, I'm glad that you found Jesus, PJ. You needed, you know what? Frankly, you needed some Jesus in you, because all the hobos you've been blowing into Arby's dumpster lately, I mean, you've been doing it so rapidly, they're starting to chafe. Those guys need a break. Praise them was what they said to the Minotaur in a Doctor Who. I don't like Doctor Who, though. Sorry, chat, not my cup of tea. Let's get down to killing some more beloved Star Wars characters, though. I mean, we're making a pretty good start already. Who have we murdered? Mara Jade is dead. We killed Rey. Isla Secura is dead. Kylo Ren died on his first mission, which honestly seems a little bit appropriate. And General Grievous had a heart attack thanks to fighting the thing from beyond the stars. That guy is bullshit, though. Yeah, the thing from beyond the stars, we're not going to mess with him for a while. You got to kill a Jack Porkins. Well, we got to get a Jack Porkins before we can kill him, but don't worry, I'm sure we'll Porkins all over him. Do we want to go to the farms? Ooh, the farmstead has 30 comet shards, though. Oh, we can't do a medium mission to kill the miller. What do you have? You know, I don't actually want to go down into the estate map until we've got a team of, like, fully rank 2 guys. We should rank up. We need a your canny light, your genius. We gotta have an Admiral Akbar. I mean, we could take him into the cove and he could seduce all of the other fishy women for us. Hashtag PJ don't need no crack. All PJ needs is Jesus. So where are we gonna go, though? I don't want to go into the cove till we've got our... into the courtyard, rather, till we get a little better team. Ooh, hello. Book of Holiness? Book of Holiness, I don't like that it has a penalty to death blow resistance, but I do like your anti-stress abatement. That's good. Speedstone sucks. We're not going to the Weald because it's a medium mission. I'm not going to the Warrens just because I don't want a chance running into the thing from the stars. That guy is unkillable, though. Petey's not unkillable. You did kill him. Okay, you know what? You make a valid point. We did kill him on our first try with a bunch of rank 0 garbage. But 2 people died doing it, and I'd rather not go back to that well. First time was bad enough. So we're going to the ruins, then. What kind of team can we put together to go run about in the ruins? We don't want to take Chewie or Han. They're already good. Hashtag fuck the wheel. Yeah. We should listen to the hashtag. We got a bunch of level 0 guys down here. We got Bounty Hunter, Jango Fett. All right. We can do some Jango Fett. Let's take Obi-Wan Kenobi in this mix as well. Obi-Wan, we want to get you in a position where you can cry havoc, but also still blackjack. Unfortunately, you can't do both of those things. Let's ditch your blackjack then, and you don't even have cry havoc. Well, that's unfortunate. So maybe we'll move you to slot 2. We could take... I mean, we got to get You know what? We went Palpatine. How can this guy... Can you work out of the 3-hole? You know what? He ain't great from the 3-hole, but he ain't terrible. We'd love to get him marked for death, but we got other people who can mark for us. You know what? This is fine. Bounty Hunter, you're popping back to the 3-hole. Palpatine, you're working the front line. We can only use Withstand once per battle, but I'm assuming it lasts the whole battle. Oh, Revenge lasts the whole battle now. It makes us take more damage and gives us a huge penalty to our dodge, but we already never dodge anyway. The big damage taken penalty I don't like, but we could offset that. Man, I'm starting to think that the leper might be the man of choice for going... You need Hugh, though. We can't take you into a dungeon without Hugh. We're going to have to get that. But I'm starting thinking that maybe the leper might be the class of choice for going into the farmstead, because he seems like he'd be really well suited for farmstead stuff. Just take the first 2 turns and then purge and buff. Game still has some balance issues. Of course it does. It's, you know, it's always going to be kind of a work in progress. We got to buy some skills, but if we buy some skills, we aren't going to... we can't sell trinkets, can we? Can we sell this? Yes. We actually desperately need this gold. Is there anything else we want to get rid of? Padlock of... You know what? I'm never going to use the debuff charm. I'm just going to get rid of it. That's for Crusaders only. The Bounty Hunter helmet we could at least wear. We don't currently have a Plague Doctor, but that's not to say we won't get one. We need a little extra cash because we got to buy a couple skills. We can't take Snoke into the dungeon without a little bit of sacrificial stab. Also, we want him to have his marking ability, which he does have. Demon's Pull is such garbage, though. So let's spend 1,000 there. And Palpatine, brother, you got to get in here and get you some hue. We can't go into a dungeon without hue. That's it, though. The rest is going for provisions. We're so damn broke. Will said skills pay any bills? Not at our current ratio. At our current ratio, we're going to be going to the bank asking for more time to pay off our usury interest rates. Let's get rid of Purge. I really wish we had Solemnity just because it's a stress heal, but we can't afford it. We too po. Let's just go with Revenge and Withstand then. Although I don't know if we're going to want to take 2 turns in any of these fights in order to get this buff working. We're probably just going to hew. So maybe Purge is more useful. It'll have to do for now. So we got Target Whistle, we got Hound's Rush, we got a Stun, we got Lick Wounds. All that looks acceptable. Everything but a Mark for you. And get rid of Demon's Pull because it's straight up hot Flamin' Garbo. And there we go. All right, Snokes. Is it Snoke or Snokes? Ha ha ha, Pete is poor. Yes. You Jax, man? No, we're doing... Chad demanded all Star Wars characters. Antiquarians make you so much money they got buffed again. Well, maybe we'll take Rose Tico into the next dungeon and see if she can do for us what she didn't do for The Last Jedi, which is crank up that box office. Kind of had the opposite effect on TLJ. Not that I'm firing shots, because I'm one of the few people who actually like that movie. The internet and everybody else seems to despise it, but I actually enjoyed it. I liked it. We do have a medium-length mission. We should take a key. You know, we're going to need more torches and more food, actually. How much food can we afford? Like, not that much. That's probably going to be it. Give me, like, a couple more torches, and this is it. This is the best we can do. We're down to the felt here. We out of cash. Hashtag praise him. I'm glad I gave you Jesus, Poseidon. It's good to see you coming out with a positive spirit finally. It's about time you get away from that dumpster wickedness and all the casual hobo sex.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
Well, what better place to be than the seat of a noble line? I'm going to go with the brothel. Yeah, it's definitely a better place to be than here, but the caretaker was probably in there, so... Yeah, let's do it early. Medicinal herbs, give me some of that goodness. Well, I mean, it paid for itself when we get a couple busts as a bonus. Maybe not the best use of our medicinal herbs, all things can... Please tell me I brought...
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
Forgot shovels, though, didn't you, Pete? Yep, sure did. Forgot them shovels. That's not good. That took a bunch of light and gave us an absolute truckload of stress, which we have no way to cure. We could do a little shuffle. You don't have Cry Havoc, actually. That's not going to work. All right, well, mark a target. Get this guy set up so we can Hound's Harry him. Forgot that damn shovel. It's fine. I have confidence in the team. The rest of them, everything's going to work out. See, Sheev Palpatine is here to save us. We were worried for a moment, but then Palpatine came in. He's like, nah, don't worry. Everything's cool. Pull you to the front. And get bit by a really mean... You know what? No, just black red this way. I was going to say get bit by a mean dog, but let's see what we can... No, okay, get bit by a mean dog. Anakin and Obi-Wan doing some work there. You're stunned. Let's hit you with the finisher. That'll definitely be. We also forgot trinkets. Fantastic work, Pete. You're already... things are starting off great. Forgot trinkets. Forgot shovels. This is brilliant. We're off to a fantastic start. Like, this dungeon's gonna go super well. We gotta start playing better, Chad. Frankly, though, I blame you. You're the ones who didn't say, Pete, shovels. Never read books, though. Pack contains loot. The loot is extra food, no shovel, though. Darius Rucker? Ah, the blackest of fates. No, I only care about journal entries when they're...
Ornaments.
No, I don't want this
Neatly
journal.
ordered.
It's cursed. It's like a bad penny. It just keeps coming back. I don't want your journal. I only care about the journal diary entries of Darius Rucker when he tells us about all the spirited hijinks he and his blowfish got up to on tour. That's what I want to know about. For just $11.99 a month, you too can find salvation. Have I gone full televangelist here? Am I starting Perfidious Pete's Sanctified Glory Network here, where I'm going to start selling salvation for $11.99 a month? It seems like a pretty reasonable price for salvation, I'm not going to lie.
Could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
I don't want to go this way, though, because there's another shovel. And this could just be an empty room. We don't know, though. God damn it. You are a priest. I am not a priest, Chad. I am an ordained minister, and those two things are in no way the same.
Indefatigable purpose.
Yeah, we're going to have a real stress problem. Like, we may have to camp in this next room, in fact. That's straight up terrible. You are not marked, so let's hook you to the front. Let's get you marked. Oh, wait, does come hither mark him? If it does, that's new. Get healed. Pete hasn't molested any children to my knowledge. Well, I appreciate the vote of confidence, Chad. Thanks.
A faint hope blossoms.
Little stumbling scratch. Just don't critical. Okay, perfect. As long as it doesn't critical, we don't care. Club this man and knock him out.
Devastating blow.
Give us the critical. Exactly. That's the way that's supposed to work. Only we make critical. Probably ought to just go ahead and heal ourselves. Yeah, see, only we make critical. Exactly. The enemy may not. Only us. No, you don't get a critical. In fact, you don't even get a hit. We make the rules here. You're not allowed to hurt our people, and only we make critical. Get finished, though. You whiffed it! You whiffed it! I walk away for 2 seconds, and the whole party has 70+ stress. Yeah, I forgot torches. And we've been digging through some barricades. It hasn't been glorious, admittedly. We have nothing we can do to these men. I guess we'll just heal. 2 piles of rubble with no shovels. I'm sure those 2 aren't going to be the last 2 either, Chad. Get your face smashed in by Django. You can't touch Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's the OG Jedi. That critical, though. All of the stress relief. We're making some pretty respectable cash here, though. Our cash yeesh is coming along nicely, and we did dig through this for a fucking empty room. Perfect. Well then, that feels good, man. Came all this way. Empty room. We only lose 1 light per tick since we're going down an explored hallway here. I think we're just going to come into this room, and we're going to have to camp. It's early for a campfire, but it has to be done. We got to feast. We need that stress relief.
Furtive and vulnerable.
Not that that was monumentally huge stress relief or anything, but... yeah, we got to do it. Take the damage. It's a little bit of damage for a whole lot of stress relief. Therapy dog is also great. Get a little therapy dog in us. Hound's Watch does prevent nighttime's ambush. I think it's probably worth it, all things considered. I don't want to have to give all of that stress back getting ambushed and fighting in the dark. We could do This Is How We Do It, which is okay. Dark Strength is pretty good, but I don't want to go plus stress. Do we have any other stress reduction stuff? Not that we have time for it. Looks like somebody's getting a little bit of wound care. We'll give our leper some more bandages to add to the pile, because he wasn't swathed enough. We gotta, like, re-swaddle him. We're like, Snoke, your fingers? The bacteria, they're dropping off of you, man. You're leaving parts of yourself all over the fucking Empire over here. Plus, how's Kylo Ren gonna deal with the fact that he's going to feel bad. He won't be able to bring himself to cut you in half if he sees you're all gimped up with leprosy. He's so emo, you know he's going to feel too guilty to kill you. And then Rian Johnson doesn't have a major plot point for that second film. We can't have that shit going on. Nice dodge, by the way. Let's do it. Come at me, bone men. I got your shit right here. You're gonna get criticaled. I'm gonna get rid of all of my stress simply by criticaling you men to death. You know what? We could go for the Abyssal Artillery. I'd actually rather hit this man with a mark. That way we can hew his head off. A little bit of a graveyard slash. Get hewn. Sheev Palpatine with a monster whiff. Probably should have marked a different target, huh, Pete? Yep, should have marked a different target. Well, we might still be able to kill this bone soldier. Did you hit him with a Mark Ruffalo? No, if we'd hit him with a Mark Ruffalo, he'd definitely be dead. Nobody comes back from a Mark Ruffalo. Get walloped. The stun on Blackjack is so good. Okay, bite the marked man. Pretty solid start. We need to heal, but we also need to kill one of these arbalesters. We got to get him dead.
Maintain the offensive.
Django, do you think you could act? You know what? Instead, actually, does this mark now? Oh, come hither marks a target. Get your ass up here, then. Now you're going to have to use that crappy bayonet jab, which will move you back, unfortunately, but we can have our dog bite you. Is Disney aware you're using their characters? They're welcome to file lawsuits. I mean, I'm sure they will. It's only a matter of time, but... Besides, this wasn't my idea. Chat demanded we do this. I was opening it up to the entire realm of all fiction, but chat's like exclusively named Star Wars characters, so I figured, what the hell, let's just roll with it. We could have hit this guy and made sure we didn't get clubbed. Probably would have been the smart move. Especially since we're already so... undoing heals with bleeds. Got an extra key.
A trifling victory.
This strong box is unlocked.
Victory nonetheless.
Contents are ours. 2 busts. Those deeds are extraordinarily useful. We're desperate for deeds. Just no more barricades, Darkest Dungeon, please. No more traps either.
Mechanical hazards possessed by
also,
evil
shouldn't we be
intent.
scouting like mad? Didn't we have our dog, like, go find stuff for us? We did the whole, like, Lassie bit. We're like, what's that, girl? Timmy fell down a well. How come... there's a barricade. Well, if we're really lucky, these 3 rooms are empty and we won't have to go through that barricade. We can just fight these 2 room battles and that'll be it. Like, it'll be game over. We're gonna have to be really, really lucky, though. And also win both room battles, which, at the moment, ain't looking too terribly likely. Team's a little banged up. What can we get rid of? Gotta get rid of something. We could have used this bandage a minute ago. Instead, I'm probably... You know what? I'll keep the bandage. I was thinking about throwing it on the floor, but... The Lassie bit just keeps you from being surprised. No, it also gives us a bonus to scouting, too. Or rather, it's supposed to. Who's our trap guy? 50%, 90%, 80%. Obi-Wan, you have more stress. Why don't you handle this? Just wave your hands and do some of your Jedi sorcery. Are you waving your hand around like you're some kind of Jedi? Mind tricks don't work on me, only money, because I'm a trap. Rebellions are built out of hope, Pete. Actually, rebellions are built out of rebellious individuals who've decided they would like to thwart authority. Typically, that's what your rebellion's going to be constructed from. Well, Palpatine, I mean, you did hit, so I can't be too salty. I can't be salty that the Obi-Wan's on death's door, though. That's real bad. Don't bleed. Okay. You're not giving up? I should hope not. It's a little early for giving up. Great miss. Does it at least still mark him? It doesn't mark him if it doesn't land. That's very bad. Well, we stunned that man unto death. Okay, hook this man to the front because we need him marked so we can have a mean dog bite him. He resisted the move, but he's still marked. That's good. We actually have too many people to heal and not... You know, Snoke, it'd be nice if maybe you could come up with something a little more than like a 2 or a 3 here in the heal department. I don't mean to fire too many shots, but you're not exactly punching above your weight. And Obi-Wan has mucked it. Excellent work. Well, you'll be on death's door then, Django.
As life ebbs, terrible vistas
We're
of
getting the
emptiness
shit kicked
reveal
out of us here.
themselves.
Obi-Wan's almost in freak-out town. This is awful. Okay, we pulled him up so that the one person we have who can actually... Hey, Snoke, fuck you. Did I mention that you should just go fuck yourself?
Back to the pit.
You healed him for 1 and you gave him a bleed. What a jerk. I hate everything. Could you do something better? Okay, well, at least you staunched the bleeding.
Injury
I need a bandage.
despondence
No kidding. You
set
actually,
the
yeah,
stage
that's
for
well
heroism
observed. You could definitely use
or
a bandage.
cowardice.
Rebellions are generally brought about by hunger. Snoke getting shot in the face. Honestly, Snoke, you know what? You deserve that one. Obi-Wan, could you hit anything ever, you jerk? We really needed Purge here. Continue to... We can't afford to take an... Unbelievable. None of you can hit anything. What the hell is wrong with you guys? Have you all suddenly gone blind? He's marked even and you can't hit him. This man is untouchable. He's dodging us like the one in the Matrix. We got Neo on the team. Somebody finally decided they wanted to hit him.
This expedition at least promises success.
Here, just, like, drink this holy water. Not that I expect it to really help much, but...
Glittering
Give me all this
gold,
stuff.
Trinkets
I
and
want this
baubles,
portrait. Also, eat all of the
paid
food.
for in blood.
Eat 3 food. Eat 3 food. We gotta have enough for 1 hunger prompt. We do still have a bandage. You know what, medicinal herbs? We're probably not gonna need you. You may go now. We're gonna take this portrait instead. We really gotta hope that this is our last... Like, this better be our last room battle, or we may have to bail out. We got some people who are borderline stress problem. I don't want to have to pay to remove it, because we're too poor. If we have to dig through that, it's also going to do damage, which we kind of can't really afford either. Never read... This is the worst hallway of all time. It's a hallway, and all it contains is books.
The way is lit.
It's a
The
double
path
book
is clear.
hallway. We got double book,
Require
triple
only
troll.
the strength to follow it.
So we have surprised these men. All right, mark this man in the back, because I really don't want to be taking a whole bunch of shots. You know what? Just hit him. I don't want to be taking a bunch of his AoE damage. We just can't. We can't sustain it. It's going to hurt us too badly. Get the bleed and make him be dead. Okay, good. Perfect. That's exactly what we needed. Now, as long as Obi-Wan manages to avoid getting shanked, we'll be in good shape. You know what? I just figured out why this team doesn't work. We've got Obi-Wan... You gotta be shitting me, though. We have Obi-Wan and Jango Fett on the same team, and they're fucking mortal enemies.
Success.
Jango's like, you killed my dad! He's like, he wasn't your dad. You're like some kind of bizarre clone, kid. You're not even actually a person. Just don't throw blood in Obi-Wan's face. He's still smarting from the "you're not actually a person" comment. He felt really guilty about that one after he said it to Jango. Like, almost immediately he regretted it. Clothes are people, too. I want to mark a target, but we actually have to heal here. Hey! Snoke finally figured out how heals work. That's good. Bite this man. We could have stunned him, but we also can just kill him, and that works too. The only thing Obi-Wan's got going for him right now is, like, good dodge. That's really it. Sheev Palpatine eliminating a corpse and packing on a kill. Think you'll play Blood Bowl ever again? I mean, probably when Blood Bowl 3 comes out, chat, yeah.
Another one falls.
One shot kill. Where was that heal 10 minutes ago there, Snoke? Huh? I'm asking for a friend. I don't really want to know, because it's the answer I'm sure will only infuriate me, but I'm not taking another stress goblet here. We're gonna stun this man. Start to turn back around. I would love to hit you in the face with a little bit of give you a little sacrificial stabbing, but can't do it from this position.
Executed with impunity.
Instead, we executed him with impunity. We're going to open this sarcophagus, and also we're boned because
Beyond measure.
we got to dig through that
Rewarded
rubble.
to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
You know what? Use this bandage. So we have at least one more room battle after we dig. Oh, this is going to suck, though. Like, this is going to suck a lot. We really needed that to be it. Mark this one. Think on the look on the bright side, Pete, you could get all virtues. Pretty sure that's not going to happen, but, I mean, your optimism is a Pollyanna level of optimistic. Just go for a stun.
The ground quakes.
Every time we've tried to stun somebody with that blackjack, we just wind up cutting them in half. It's not really a stun so much as it's just an insta-kill. You know what? Do it again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It was definitely broke, though, and we didn't fix it. Django, you're the shittiest... How can you be missing so much? You're a bounty hunter. Accuracy is supposed to be like one of your bits. Sheev Palpatine's a leper. They have terrible accuracy, and he's outperforming you left and right, man. He's making you look horrendous.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Should have made him Boba Fett, Pete. I mean, you're not wrong, Chad. Well, that's our... You're right. We should have run, like, long before we... And he's masochistic, which means he's going to refuse to be healed. Hopefully, we only have to do, like, one more fight. And hopefully this is it. Oh, god damn it. Plenty of free torches, but you couldn't throw a man a single shovel, huh?
Now it must be carried home.
Oh, we had food at least. Okay, can you get a little stress relief here, Obi-Wan? Nope, just go ahead and set it off. Perfect.
Mind that such missteps
Well
are
played.
the exception and not the rule.
Okay, this should be our final room battle, and we should be able to walk away from this one a winner. We would like to mark... You know what? Just give me the Abyssal Artillery. I go for the Abyssal Artillery, and what do I get? Shot for twice in the face. Well, one of you guys will never get to attack, because at least Sheev Palpatine is good at his job. That damn hypnotist? What? It's not my fault. I did a good job. Oh, well. Guess it's not your fault. You did a good job. Hold this man to... Or just mark him. You self-marked. Okay, here. We always have these stupid things, and I never use them. You won't eat the dog biscuit, though? I was about to be furious with you. He won't bleed, so that's not a kill. Django with the dodge. There we go. Now we're firing. Okay, they're rallying in the 11th hour. The team has decided that now is the time to perform. They waited till the last minute. They were just building the drama in a way that Rian Johnson just doesn't understand. They're like, this is how you build drama for the third act, Pete. You do stuff like this. And then Rose comes out of nowhere and crashes a speeder into the hero.
Annihilated.
I wouldn't say it was annihilated. Okay, we're going to continue adventuring long enough to open this chest. It better have some really good valuables in it. It didn't, and now we're getting the hell out of this dungeon. There's no reason to go check out that last room. We know Well, you know what? There's no reason not to. We know there's no fight there. Could be a hallway battle, Pete. Did you think about the hallway battle? Like, you know, the hallway battle that you just won. Perfect. Could be a hallway battle, he said, as Snoke gets critical and goes, oh, good, we got a free disease. I'm glad we came. Oh, and an affliction. Beautiful. This is, yep.
The shadows whisper of
We should have just gone home. At least it wasn't, look on the bright side, at least it wasn't the Collector. Anakin has rabies! Man, the stress is really suddenly piling on here.
Self-preservation is paramount at any cost.
It's a chain panic. Pete, I know you're not a fan of cake and you consider pie the best variety of dessert, but I was wondering where you stand on cheesecake. You know, when it comes to cheesecake, I'm all right with it. Cheesecake is basically pie, which is why I'm okay with it. Cheesecake is sort of like it's cake that's realized how inferior it is and that it should be more like pie, and so it's tried to convert. It's like, no, I should just be pie though. Well, this turned out really well. Cheesecake is cake that's seen the error of its ways and determined that it should do better. All of that for 25 gold?
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Well, okay. Let's get rid of our light.
Darkness closes in.
You're already freaked out. What's the worst that could happen? Sentimental gifts. Well, we got a bunch more gold out of it. Not enough to pay for all the afflictions we took as cost of doing business, but we didn't walk away empty-handed at least.
Room by room.
Plus, hey, we did get, you know, a stress-reducing item for the future. It's more likely to kill us, sure, but that's the trade-off you got to be prepared to take. Sometimes, you know, the ones we love are the most likely to kill us. Statistically, that's also true. You're way more likely to be killed by someone you know than a stranger. Bonus scouting in the ruins, -2 speed if our torch is high. That's actually not that bad, really. -1 speed if our below 50. You got lethargy. Obi-Wan got rabies, which honestly will probably keep. I like rabies. It's actually one of my favorite diseases.
A fresh irritant.
I can't wait until the IPO on dengue fever, but until dengue fever goes public, I'm sticking with rabies. You did get 24 deeds. Yeah. No, we didn't. We got 24 crests, which is useful. Yes, I know town is, like, really intrigued for me to go down in the courtyard, but I don't want to do it. We need many upgrades before we go to the courtyard. I like rabies. It's probably my favorite disease. Rabies is great. It's just 15% damage. Yes, you take an accuracy penalty, but all things considered, that's not that big a deal. Accuracy is not that hard to come by. Speaking of which, Obi-Wan, is there anything you won't do? You have... Oh, right. You have, like, many crippling drawbacks, actually. You have off guard, which sucks, and you also have flawed release, which is terrible because most of your shit is already ranged. We're gonna have to, like, you gotta... Obi-Wan needs a lot of work, though. Hey, Colonel Sherbert, welcome to the stream. Obi-Wan, we gotta get you taken care of here, champ. Let's get you in here, and you gotta get rid of flawed release, because that's absolutely terrible. We're gonna have to work on that disease, too. Snoke, what did you get? Lethargy? It's just -4 speed. It's not that terrible for an occultist. Wield phobe is terrible. You will not meditate. You're winded. You're also afflicted. Well, you won't meditate. How do you feel about... you're, like, not gonna pray, though. That's not... You're an occultist. You want to... Oh, here, just go get shit-faced. What do you say? Get drunk and drink away your lethargy. And Palpatine, you just thin-blooded. You're gifted and tough, which is nice. Palpatine, you're a holy man, right? Like, go pray or something. I kneel, count, etc., etc. There goes most of the cash we got. The Nomad Wagon is finally available, chat. We can finally go to the damn Nomad Wagon.
Corners of the earth.
I don't want to upgrade the Nomad Wagon. I want to look at the Shard Man, the Jeweler. The Comet's Crash has attracted an opportunist who specializes in otherworldly treasure. You can spend crystal shards earned in a farmstead here. Yeah, this is the reason I came. Plus 40 protection when attacked by the Husk. You get less healing all the time. Bonus protection when attacked by Eldritch and bonus hit points. Interesting. Lens of the Comet. Ignores stealth. It makes you basically have no chance at a virtue, and you get bonus crit if we're willing to sack an inventory spot. Well, that's fucking terrible, though. Is there anything good? The Broken Key's pretty good. The Ashen Distillation is freaking amazing. Smoking Skull. 35 dodge if you have Shard Dust. That's real good. But minus 15 accuracy all the time. That's real bad. Dirge for the Jester. Plus 25% to stress. Oh. So some of these are amazing and some of them are terrible. Spectral Spear Tip. That's just huge extra damage. Sometimes she just randomly attacks a target. Honestly, that's not that big of a deal. The Spectral Spear Tip's pretty good. Crystalline Pendant. Bonus shards given, but you take a truckload of extra stress. The Flagellant. What do you get? You lose max HP. That's not necessarily a drawback. It gives you huge damage, bonus bleed skill chance, but only versus the Husk. And you get big time... That's pretty good. Okay, so the Jeweler is fantastic then. Like, the Jeweler is great. Most of the Jeweler things are amazing. What have you got? You're kidding me, right? This is what you have to offer. You're the worst nomad I've ever seen. We already have a Jester, and that's fine. Okay, chat. We're going to take... Steven Tyler has some good songs. Scroll down and look at the 200 crystal ones, Pete. We're going to take another Shield Breaker. I want to try something with the Shield Breaker. So far, my experiences with the Shield Breaker have all been terrible. But I want to try one thing because I think they may be good for going through the farmstead. I think that may be really where they shine because you don't have to camp in the farmstead. But also I want to try to take one on a mission where you have the camping ability that prevents a nighttime ambush and see that if you use that, if it won't keep the snakes from coming to attack the Shield Breaker. So we need a Star Wars name, chat. Cough one up. I'll leave it up to you. Who should this Shield Breaker be? Masked Woman? Jen Urso. You know, she does kind of remind me of a Jen Urso. Wasn't it Jen Urso, though? Also, wasn't it Urso like this? How do you spell Jen Urso's name, chat? Somebody Google it. We'll go with Jen Urso, but I gotta know how to spell her name. Qui-Gon Jinn was not a masked woman. Nice try. Jen Urso. Okay, chat. All right. I'll take your word for it, chat, even though that seems wrong, but it is a Star Wars name, so it should theoretically be spelled in the maximally stupid way. Let's go get some upgrades here at the old blacksmith. Can we pump you up? We need more deeds. You know what? I think we gotta swap in some stuff here for deeds. Can we swap things for crystals? No. But we can swap crystals for things at a relatively solid rate. Okay, that's useful to know. I would like you to become these. It's 3-to-1. I will do this. I will turn 9 crests into 8 deeds, and then I will turn these into an armor smithery. And you know what? I'm actually gonna give me 4 more deeds. Because I want the furnace too.
Fan the flames, mold the metal.
We gotta save ourselves some cash. And honestly, these crests aren't doing us... They're doing us no good whatsoever at the moment.